see what the locks are going to be here. And anything surprising, Sideshow?
Not particularly. I mean, LG look like they're playing a different comp, actually.
Now they look to take the B heaven areas. Mata, of course, use the paint shells early up on the ropes as B-Dog and Mata picks up 2 huge kills. And 100 Thieves, again, they're running out of time. The hit is here on the B site, and they need to pick up the pieces. But Mata won't allow it. Now it's Hiko and 16 HP as the last one standing. And I mean, the anti-eco, not anti-eco, but when you're on this bonus round, right? That strategy to get some early kills. And speaking of, it's Dazzle to do it again. It was early information in the last round. This time he picks up a couple for himself, and the paint shells almost scoop up the kill onto Bang, who, mind you, has gotten himself the Seeker. So this around the world that they've played the last couple of rounds. Nets a few alt orbs. Now some extra information. JC Stani creeping inside the vents. Some surely Bang goes down here. Ethan might as well, and no. B-Dog privy to what could be the push onto the site. Bang will finally fall, and Ethan stuck in the 1v2. The spike is planted, and Ethan's got the shots. It's the in the A heaven position. Boombot goes out, doesn't spot the one close in the corner. It's JC Stani to go one for one again. Meanwhile, on the side, Bang, I mean, this guy keeps finding kills and finding himself low HP. Last time he was able to find some extra value. Can he do it again as the clock is ticking an LG? They have to find their way in. Bang and Asuna fall. And Hiko has to try and find the clutch for himself, but he just can't do it. And the time is close, but it's plenty.
All they've really used is the Roomba for Mata. So on this execute, everyone is healthy. Everyone has util, and it's just the right position for Moose. But the trades, they're excellent. Ethan up top finds a shot with the tour de force, so site is compromised, and there's a Viper's pit for Hiko in the post. What's awesome about this setup is that Ethan still holds heaven. If that pit drops, there's still a defense elsewhere, but the retake, it's swift.
That it is, and well, it's a rocket launcher inside the pit, which means up close and personal, that thing can usually find a kill, but it goes wide. Hiko will finally fall, and the wall is up, so your defense is up inside heaven. I mean, it's completely crumbled. And JC Stani now needs to try and find a way to clutch out the round. Though it's split out towards B. Everybody's here. Moose all by his lonesome. He's hanging out. Wall goes up, and I mean, makes it hard to push on through. They're going to do it with the flash. Dazzle. Trailblazer up into heaven. The dash onto the site, and the backstab is there as Mata will find 2. Asuna falls to the hands of Tig. And nobody clears out B-Dog in this corner. The last one standing is JC.
There to pop up that wall. Sure, 100 Thieves have some space, but the thing is, Luminosity knows, but Mata gets caught on a rough timing. He'll fall, so now the pressure is on Dazzle, and he's taken down 2. Moose has to do this alone, and he can only grab 1. This was an eco round, and it's all falling apart. B-Dog will try and make a stand, and he's successful for 1, but the damage was done. Bang is isolated. They know where he is, and he's been smoked off from his team.
That he has. Cues up a flash with the Nebula smoke. Unable to get one through it all as Dazzle now looking to stick the defuse. B-Dog the next up to the plate, and the spike is halfway. Dazzle gonna tap back on as JC Stani tries to clutch things out, and he'll do it just like that. It's
Mid and B, the camera has been here all along. Moose has the info, and he has a cage. He'll be able to weasel his way onto the site. He has a teammate here as well. 20 seconds for 100 Thieves to fell 2 players ratting in close.
And, well, they do one. They can't find the next. Good flash. But Moose will find a kill on through it, and he'll pick up a second. Moose is just locking down the site. He finds 3 on it. He wants some more, but Ethan will equalize, and the clock so low. Ethan had to come off the spike to find the kill. They had 6 seconds, but Bang on the site, and Bang towards the end of the round. Finally, a healthy Sky. The rifle spotted, the chamber spotted, and Tig is wary. He knows where this position is being played, but Bang is
of contending with the players holding the flank, and that pressure, it's on Tig, who's already given away his position and only goes 1 for 1.
I mean, he reeled it back in, but that could have gone horrible. And well, speaking of horrible, Hiko the first to fall inside the molly. Moose will go down, and the kills are going back and forth with the blast pack. Try to keep Asuna at bay, and they do so successfully. Now the fight to continue on forward as Ethan pulls out the classic, picks up 3 on the round, but the spike is halfway. Dazzle hops off, finds the frag and the defuse. His position noted. But do they know it's Ethan? Do they know it's the tour de force? The paint shells to force him back, and the clock is just ticking down. Hiko, though, with the Bulldog, able to take a bite out of Dazzle, and B-Dog falls as well. The rotations through mid are perfect. 100 Thieves just buying their time to see which site they can finally get some value and make an effort towards. And, well, they do it out towards the A site. Unfortunately, both showstoppers used. They don't find too much. What? Yes, they do. Asuna finds Moose just outside the defender-sided spawn, and the ults were all they needed here. Kind of playing that flex across both maps. But 100 Thieves, they were all out towards their spawn, looking to play rotation together, and They're here, sure, for the fight, but are they ready for it? Oh, bang, able to bail out Ethan for just a second, but the team is falling down all around him. And it's JC Stani to try and clutch things up. A 1v3 here in the pistol round, but his knife is out. The heal is on and aggressive. JC Stani. But the flash out towards mid at the start of the round, right? We expect that. So what does that actually do for 100 Thieves who are continuing to find these kills? The bonus round is what they won in the last.
No way.
Being able to find the next as the wall goes up. He will pick up another on the opposite side. And it's a near flawless
presence, but there's still a chance that Disaster falls ahead and he's too far forward. Dig down for free. Now Panic on the side of Luminosity, and Asuna able to find a second, but it's a reflank. Mata was behind them in all of this, so it's flank upon flank, but who can hold stronger? Bang and Ethan for two, but the backstab comes in. Mata for a double, but it's only him. 1v2 now in this clutch. Spike is on the floor, but an isolated duel. If he can fell Ethan now, he can claim this spike, but now rotate on in. Molly down, and he's unprepared.
Movement just yet here from 100 Thieves. They're still holding their ground. They're expecting to play elsewhere. Now the stars come down to the bodies. Well, they're going to follow those stars. Dropping onto the floor is Bang with 4 on the round. He found the initial, and he wants to grab himself the ace. He's got 1 bullet left, and it's a low armor. Bang will do it. The ace.
These two players alone, isolated, but the utility is buying time. Mata will charge forward. It's 10 seconds on this clock, and it's Asuna to stand strong. The wall. Oh, it gets wonky, but up above. 1 falls. 8 seconds. Where's the spike? It has to be held now, and no one is able to stop Mata. So now 100 Thieves flying into this retake, but they start strong. Ethan to fell Moose. The trade is swift, and that was Hiko. Isolated, alone out towards the site. Now it's a split towards Heaven is Stani. He's the man unknown in this, but Ethan's been spotted. Luminosity, they're playing as a duo, but it's an isolated man. Tig finds the duel. It's a third, a double swing forward, and...
Hey, man, usually we see the Trailblazer. It's queued up. A push through the cyber cage. No, nobody quite yet spotted. Guiding light, but the shot will still land. The spike has fallen. I don't believe that one was noted. And Ethan, he's not moving. He plants his feet. He finds 3. Hiko will scoop one up through the poison cloud. And as the smoke subside, 100 Thieves, they fight back with the being a player down. They do find a way to fight their way back in. And we'll see if that's going to be the case. Asuna holding the high ground. Picks up the first up on top of the wall. No Moose will eventually meet his doom. I don't think he was expecting to be forced up like that. And, well, Asuna, to punish the squad, cuts it down to just 2 remaining. It's a classic. It's a Phantom. It's Mata. It's B-Dog. And it's seeming to be 100 Thieves round unless Mata can go huge here.
Oh, B-Dog's already shut down. Asuna will be there.
And gonna have to work through this wall. It's a player down on the retake. Make it 2 as Bang has fallen. Ethan and JC Stani need to go huge, and Ethan's good for 1.
But there's a res. An immediate reply. Moose is back up, sure. Down comes this wall, but options are limited, and Stani, he's opening doors back on up. 3v2 now, but Dazzle, he's on an off angle. Surely he doesn't get checked. Now he's giving away the game. Drops down. The sound will elude him as Moose fights on the other side. Stani, he has to do this alone. 1v2 now. The wall working against him. He'll attempt to charge on through, but it's all for naught. 13-9 Luminosity.
That needs to be mentioned, though, and here's the full stats. No surprise that Mata and Bang are sitting at the top as MVPs on each side of the field here. But we were really hard.
We've seen Brimstone being played before. Okay, switching actually to a default comp now. They're going to be playing a double controller, the Astra and the Viper. I like it. It adds more utility in terms of setting up a lot of those trap plays and combos.
Some now Mata and the rest of the squad have since crept up, and Bang strikes back to even the odds. It's Tig to go down to one of the controllers to fall. Now you only have this Viper util, and it's not good enough. It will not force JC Stani away. The spike has fallen.
Utility to work with in way of the rendezvous, but he has a fight. It's isolated, but he cannot win it. Another crisp shot for Stani, and now a 1 HP Moose will have to work against 4.
30 seconds left.
Elsewhere around the map after drawing over these rotations, but it will not be the case as Ethan once more, a little bit later in the round, tries to fight for this free extremity and unfortunately loses it. But on the site, JC Stani does it again. With 33 health, he has 1 more player to worry about. It's Dazzle, who will finally trade that kill back, and Bang plays off the flashes beautifully to go 1 for 1. This time, 100 Thieves. A player the lead, but that player is Dazzle. Asuna and Hiko need to try and find their way back into this one. Wall subsides. That utility not here either. Rolling Thunder used, and okay, here we go. No way! Cheer knows that he's on the opposite
And he
side
has
of
the
the wall.
aftershocking towards the late round, too. He can deny onto the spike.
apart. It's falling apart. JC's Donnie. He put
No
the wall
way!
down, but I don't think he has the time. He's found the frags. But the round will go the way of LG. The clock noise being made. He's got absolutely no idea. It's going to be the beak here from Pico, and the ult. It subsided. He put it away. He pulled his weapon out. They weren't ready for a play inside towers. They battled back for one. The most important in the spike, but the showstopper's online for Mata, and Tig is there to frag as well. Now Ethan all by his lonesome. A classic at Roji, 4 players inside the spawn atop the map, and oh my god, it just gets cut down. They push aggressively underneath here.
What?
Make quick work of B-Dog, but they're traded right back, Mimi. LG refused to give up anything for free, and now in the 2v2,
Stunning.
it's going to be a 1v2, right? You have to play one across the site on both sides, and Jason
off of, and he'll work forward, but the time is an issue. 100 Thieves are just around the corner, and the first duel's critical. Just a dank 2, but the Viper utility gives reason to pause. Now it's falling down, but it's a one-way. Well set up there for Hiko. This drop position is pivotal, and the next player somehow not ready for it. B-Dog does trade, but Spike's on the ground, and Ethan is still here. The operator needs to hold on to this one, needs to buy time, and Moose wants to buy space, but his purchase fails. Rejected. Bang fights him back, so now a man disadvantage, but Tig positioned to make a play here. When does he time to swing? A man in astral form just around the corner, but he's whiffing. Has to fall, still healthy, and this one is down below. The op wheel hold, and the timing is right. Bang to fall. A heroic effort, and Ethan actually gets out the teammates. They're both isolated from each other. Oh, this gets weird. Ethan turns, he's stunned. Down he falls, but Asuna had worked his way through this entire time. The flank comes to fruition. Is this the go call or the Luminosity cancel? They have to make that decision quickly because the pinch is an issue for either side midair. Neither connect. No, Asuna still has one up!
What?
And his goes massive. A double kill off the rock.
Gonna be waiting for you here as the shots don't land. He's still incredibly healthy. B-Dog with a headhunter. Flash goes out, but it doesn't get Dazzle. Now Hiko forced to go fishing inside the swamp that is the Viper's Pit. He has to find 3 kills and get on the spike, and he has to do it right now. The op shot doesn't land. Needs to go back to it, but he's running out of time. If he taps, he's got to go half. He is going to tap, but Moose is there on the wrap. It's 7.
Time is limited, but he has a Nebula to play around. Even going 1-for-1 here is good enough because he has support.
Whoa, oh my goodness, Tig's gonna find 2, forced to reload, and the right clicks will eventually land, but like you said, Tig has support, and JC Stani has none. They have the numbers advantage by 1, but there's so many angles to clear. They still want to push right on into it, and they do not clear underneath. A nice backstab from Moose will keep Dazzle alive and steal away the next kill as the fault line. Finds a tag on a JC Stani, and he's just trying to creep around and find the fights, but he just can't get it. Ethan will pick up 1 from downtown. Has the high ground, but now 2 players to worry about. The spike in hand, 40 seconds.
Isolated here onto Dazzle if the timing is right, and he'll win it. So now a 1v1. B-Dog on the other side of the map, a rendezvous to work off of for Ethan.
And B-Dog took the trap down. So Ethan knows exactly where B-Dog is. He might have clawed their way back into this one, and he's done. And it also cuts off the noise. How many, or did this door open for everybody to push on through? JC Stani still finds 1, and they're corralled inside a main.
Ethan teleports.
Gonna be that go switch. He's pushing underneath. There it goes. But unfortunately, B-Dog, he doesn't get tagged by it. He's unaffected and unfazed by the players pushing onto the site. He picks up 2. He drops away. Has yet to use the rendezvous, and that spike, it's yet to be planted. Now it's fallen. The showstopper over the top inside the corner as Ethan, and Bang tries to fight his way. He doesn't quite land the jump, though, so he has to hit that rope. Now tries to take the fight in the run and gun. It's not good enough, and yeah, there's nobody to answer with him. It's the same thing that the analyst desk broke down and split. He's just a bit too far forward, but at the end of the day, 100 Thieves, they reel it back in. They find themselves a player the lead. And B-Dog now looks to go to work with the operator, trying to find the slimmest of margins to anybody crossing back over. And there's nothing. Well, this one snakebite, I guess, but there's not a whole lot to force them out of this angle, so they can look to just sit tight than to have all those members together. By the way, it's a 12th for 100 Thieves. It's Tig. Go to answer back and try to find a 9th for LG as Mata hops his way into the kill feed, and aggression again out towards A main. A beautiful flash, trying to peek away his Mata, and he does it once more, and he walks away, Mimi, completely unscathed.
His satchel micro is so good. The desk was talking about this a little bit, but in isolating these 1v1 duels, Mata's utility usage is just excellent. Wait a minute. How has Ethan found himself here? Has a flank, has position. Now things get awkward.
They don't want to leave it up to heroics. They do want to clear these angles, and well, now Hiko needs to be the hero. He really wants it. Flash queued up. And no way. No way. They're just going to peek dry, and bang will fall. Asuna is there to trade it back onto Moose, but B-Dog still has the op. Still out towards the safe side. He's going to try and shut down the showstopper. Through the wall he'll go. He's trying to dance around it, and the grab well's perfect. Asuna somehow finds a way to sneak away, but he's answered right back as Mata uses a showstopper of his own. Here comes the rolling thunder through the pit. It doesn't matter. LG will push, but Hiko is unfazed by this. And JC Stani is standing and banging underneath. It's Hiko for 2. It's 100.
Team.
They are going absolutely crazy. I mean, 300 ACS from Bang. He top fragged on the previous map as well. I mean, the dude is just going crazy.
He out for them thus far. We'll see if it continues to drag him across the finish line. What we got?
Okay, they've switched it up. I mean, Hiko's not going to be playing the chamber like we were anticipating. Instead, it's going to be him on the Viper and JC Stani playing.
No one should have any idea about this flank. And Bang, he's under all the pressure here, but stands for the first.
And not bad. Event play. Only going to be Asuna. They're ready for it, but he still finds the kill. Dazzle falls. And the player advantage swings back the way of 100 Thieves as Asuna fishes through the wall, and he gets one of the biggest catches he could have hoped for. It's Mata taken down. Now Moose, who's crept up onto the site, will fall to those same...
Here's it now. He's aware. He goes under the pressure.
Good timing from Hiko. He gets a snake bite out, so he buys a bit more time for himself, and nobody's ready here. The drone doesn't clear him, and Hiko picks up 3. He backs away from the decay, and Tig now needs to try and fight his way out of this. He's got 3 on the round and can't control the spray for 5.
Early piece of KO utility.
Oh man, that would have been huge if Bang picked one up with the Ghost. Unfortunately, not able to do so, but the rifles, they're just so good. They trade the kills back. A 3v3 is where we land as that spike gets planted out towards the A site, and Tig continues to frag. Map 1, he went huge. Map 3, he's looking to do the same. Nice shot start onto Mata. Okay, he's going to go down. It only took 1 from Ethan, and the odds are even once more. They look to fight on to this site. JC Stani trying to push forward. Tig will be answered, and now it's a 1v1. It's a Sova v Sova. And the time is on the side of LG. Heaps of damage dealt thus far. Recon Bolt going to get destroyed. Shock Dart sent out. Good chip damage onto Ethan. He hops back to it. And that Shock Dart will not find the execute with the Vandal. He wasn't vulnerable. The Phantom shots don't find the frag. Now a Shock Dart looking to deny. And JC Stani good for the denial of 1. Ethan battles back for another. Now it's the 6 HP Viper who needs to find 2 more on the round. And somehow he's got himself in a 1v1 situation, but again, the clock in favor. He's got low health, almost no health, and Hiko gets it done.
The Clutch King reclaims. He's still close in the corner. The stall has been fantastic. 100 have already rotated in, but B-Dog starts strong. Into the site they go, and a plant for Dazzle.
Spike planted.
Same spot to try and play for main. Also a spot where we might see Moose wrap out towards mid and look to find the kills through the pipe. Not going to be the case just yet as they're forced to plant their feet here onto the A site. And Moose, speaking of, able to find the kills. Playing that brick position and a 3v3. A tough one thus far as the shots just refuse to land for 100 Thieves. Now the flank comes through in that same headshot angle for Hiko, and he wins the fight. Now Moose has to get it done. At the very least, Moose just has to buy some time. Picks up the first, swings for the next, and Moose has done. The situation changes a little in way of Dazzle going down and not necessarily having that recon bolt, but at the end of the day, right, you'll have the weapon advantage. Things are even, and Asuna, okay, now got himself a weapon. The frenzy up close and personal will take down Moose. Hiko will pick one up with the Sheriff, and LG, they've seemingly let this round slip away as B-Dog finds a kill onto Hiko. Not really aware was Asuna as to where that was playing.
Side by the single box. Thieves will have to concede. Off of it, Hiko tries to fight. Maybe a bit misguided in that one because he'll fall. B-Dog doubles down on these entries, and he's found 3. Massive out of this Jet player, leaving 100 Thieves down to just 2.
Third back sights up for Ethan and JC Stani to try and make a move in the close angle. Doesn't quite go their way, but JC Stani sprays 2 down the B sights. Well, it's open for business, and LG are looking to purchase everything as one scooped up from Ethan through the toxic screen. The spike gets planted. There was a lot of chaos, but now 100 Thieves. They have to try and reel it in and get their way onto this side. Dazzle looking to deny, and he does just that as Bang will fall. He goes back for another, but the timing escapes him. Hiko swings one back in favor of 100 Thieves. Hiko, the last one standing. Boost will boost, move. LG gonna go just as 100 Thieves did. Quick into halls, but it's answered immediately. A beautiful flash on the other side. Look at the toxic screen. It worked against LG. 100 Thieves were able to play through that beautifully. They punished for 3 kills, and they're completely unfazed for now as Tig will find 1. It's all up to Moose. A 1v4 in the pistol round. Sure, you're just a couple of headshots away from winning it, but this is a very tall ask. 100 Thieves off to a great start here in the second half.
Moose, he's found some clutches before, but this one fills out the realm of possibility. Noise made on the drop down. Swing will come. 3 players will put him
like
counts.
that. Because, yeah, every round counts. You need all the momentum that you can get, and especially for 100 Thieves. This is my 3rd time talking about the round differential, but it matters so much when it comes down to the tiebreakers. And speaking of ties, that's where we find ourselves. 4 players still alive on each side, so we're tied in manpower, but Moose, okay, swings the numbers back in favor of LG. And he's trying to find a 7th here, wants to close the gap in way of rounds. Bang will get that spike planted. And at this point in the game, we know the attack can be so strong here in the post plant. It's a 2v4. Well, a 1v4 for only Hiko.
A pendulum for Moose. He never stops. He'll continue to swing back and forth and hold the right angle of 4K.
Good for multi-kills previously. Eats a shock dart, and, well, he doesn't find anything this time around. It's Asuna to silence the Jets, and it's Dazzle to find the kill on to Bang. The ult is still pulsing, sure. The bodies, they've dropped both sides. We go 2 for 2. As 3 still stand, not really in a resable position either. Moose now looking to play around the cage. The spike is planted. The defense need to make their way on in, and Dazzle eventually awarded with that kill. Nice angle from JC Stani as Tig will pick one up. That one out from A main. Tig picks up 2. JC Stani now, the last one standing. They completely flip the map, and the Viper's pit goes down. Oh no, Tig wants to push aggressively off of it. He's holding the angle. JC Stani's good for it.
Instead, the KO will hold close, a crossfire between him and Moose. He's revealed, though.
Mana's taken down, up and over the top goes Asuna.
No.
Things get awkward, and Moose almost battles out for one more, but at the end of the day, no harm, no foul. B-Dog will finally get one back with Marshall in hand. And this is a crucial round. We've got awkward weapons for both sides as Tig looks to continue.
It would be perfect here. Would shut down not only the Viper util, but the Cypher set up the tier as well. Has he grabbed it? Got to come, but the knife will do enough. No Viper util in this hit. Tig in trouble, but actually isolates the first. It's a separation. Asuna again is too far ahead, and Tig is farming for 3. Spike is on the floor, and the writing is on the wall. Tig has found a quadruple kill. Moose just there to finish.
Tig is making his way on over, and it's only chip damage thus far as JC Stani. He teleports away, but he's not in a position to help Hiko out at all. It's low HP on the Viper. One shot to the body from one of these Vandals will close out the kill and drop down the pit. The 2v3. Hiko and JC Stani need to find ways to hold on as the wall goes down. Moose will find the frag, and JC Stani unnoted, sure, thus far, but the poison cloud, he's got to spray through the smoke, and he can't find heaps of damage onto JC Stani. Look at the HP. It's so low. He pulls out the rendezvous with a tour de force, excuse me, and B-Dog sits it down immediately. It's a player advantage. It's Moose to rotate, and LG looking to secure the round, but they have to get that spike planted. Blades for blades. Cloud burst out. Spike is ticking. Tig out towards mid. Gonna back away. The footsteps are heard. Asuna not quite gonna land the shot. No, Tig is there to answer. And now the players inside main have to try and hold it down, and they can't. They flounder in 100 Thieves, and LG have tied us up. And that is, it leaves just a pit in your gut when you see a play like that. But B-Dog puts a smile on your face with an early frag on a JC Stani. The Guardian shots, they don't land, and Mada's able to back away and find the kill onto Bang. Fortunately, 100 Thieves, they've started to stabilize. They've got themselves a player lead now. It's a couple of Guardians to try and find something extra, and Hiko can't do it with his. Moose now working his way out Plays around the bricks, and he's got to right his wrongs. Nice shock dart. Nice shots from Asuna as he finds 3 now. Moose looking to clutch it out here in the 1v1. He swings the angle. He's got low bullets, but it doesn't matter. Flash towards the opposite side. Asuna is stomping his way on the site. Mada's here as well. Asuna will fall. The op still stands, but only for a moment as JC Stani teleports away. It's a 1-for-1, and the spike is being planted. Look at the post plant. 2 players out inside a main, and Bang is shooting through the boxes and finding heads as he cuts down 2. It's 100 Thieves trying to get us to overtime, but Tig and Moose are still alive. Here in the retake, they've done it before. Can they do it again?
Molly's forward. You need to isolate the duel onto the player close on the site quickly, and he's given an opportunity. Flash doesn't work out, but Stani fast on the trade, so it's Moose alone, and this time the clutch is denied.
Though, here from Asuna. You push up, you're gonna have to answer to the operator, and Asuna good for 1. It's Mada taken down as one of the initiators. Fall off the table. Meanwhile, Moose, in an aggressive position, should be noted by the trademark rendezvous from JC Stani to get away, and Asuna does it again onto Tig.
Big shots out of him. Now, I mean, Luminosity have no real clear route in. They've used the drone, deployed it out towards B, so they'll try and push to Stani. Oh, he's in trouble. Already used the rendezvous, and look at Moose. He's in there. He's on his flank. He's found the timing, and he's taken Austin another chance, and he can't get it this time.
Eco in tow. No, the footstep turn to re-equip, and B-Dog will find the first. Needs to find the next with 30 HP. He looks to walk away. It's a fragment to clear out backside. It's vulnerability. Namali not quite going to finish the jet here as Hiko has since made his way onto the side. A recon bolt to try and reveal for information, and B-Dog does it again. Now Hiko has to clutch it up here in the first round of overtime. He finds the first. Can he find the next? It's low HP on B-Dog, but the time is ticking. The spike has to go halfway. The swing is there, and B-Dog. LG wanting to close this one out and better secure their position up towards playoffs. Mada can find that kill across the A site. Will fall. The wall comes down, and LG are just running down 100 Thieves as Bang will battle back for 1, but needs to start fishing for more. And B-Dog's got the long angle with the operator out towards spawn. It's all up to JC Stani. The weight on his shoulders here. In a 1v4. The first angle, it's cleared, but he's taken down, and it's LG to do it in overtime.